Hello everybody and welcome to your Archangel Metatron tarot reading. Archangel Metatron has brought those of you who are going through a lot of trials and tribulations to this reading to bring you some answers and also to let you know what this is all about and where it's headed, because when you're really going through some trials and tribulations in your life, that's because major transformation is at hand. You know, there are different energies that you have to shed and purge because you're about to transform into a higher version of yourself. Trials and tribulations push us into change that we otherwise resist. Trials and tribulations make us become more aware of ourselves and all the different facets of ourselves, because who you are and what you think and what you feel can really change based upon the different situations and circumstances that you are encountering. And so trials and tribulations means you've been really going through it. Archangel Metatron wants to help you out and tell you what it's all about and what beautiful things are ahead for you. So we are going to start by pulling some cards from his own deck. Beautiful. Yes, New Dawn, welcome back. Some of you, this could even have involved a journey of dark night of the soul, and that is major change. Every aspect and layer of you being peeled back and you truly transforming into a completely different being than what you were prior. And also, for those of you, this is letting you know that there is a better day ahead. The sun will rise again. All is well. Archangel Metatron is letting you know you are very near the end of your journey, and you see like that path leading towards the sun. That's the path that you are on, and you are almost there. Tree of Life, travel on. So through these trials and tribulations, multiple activations and upgrades to your chakra system, going through a lot of different life lessons to evolve the soul, and all those lessons and experience will transform into wisdom, and then your consciousness expands and evolves into completely new dimensions, ideas, frequencies, ways of being, ways of doing things. And also we've got the sacral chakra on the bottom and the solar plexus on the top, so a great balancing of the divine feminine and divine feminine and divine masculine energies within. And for many of you, a lot of these trials and tribulations could have come through a romantic partnership, and all these dots in between representing all the different life lessons that you two signed up for, through a soul contract before you incarnated, and now you're reaching the end of that journey, and it's time for the purge and the transformation into new energy. Now we have blue, Madonna and mothering. So you are being soothed, you are being healed. Archangel Metatron offering you some of that healing. But to me, he feels more of like a just the way he's projecting into this reading. This is not like his personality characteristics, but just the way that I'm picking up his energy, how he's portraying to me, is like this hermit, this wise old stern sage that doesn't have much of a sense of humor, but you could ask any question of, and you would get a very straight, direct answer. And maybe just depending on where you're at in your evolution, that answer may seem like a riddle, and for others it's pretty cut and dry. But that's what he's expressing here, is I want to give you the knowledge, the wisdom, the strength. He's like, I keep thinking of Saturn. So him making a reference to himself to Saturn is comical to me, because Archangel Metatron, you know, is a very powerful angel, helps us with our spiritual gifts and activations, as well as really helping us understand our trials and tribulations. And you know, Saturn is our great teacher, the karma balancer, so I can see the correlation. But you know, him portraying himself as Saturn to me, that's where it's like Saturn isn't going to have the same empathy and compassion as Venus would, okay? And so Archangel Metatron is bringing you the clarity, the insight, the understanding of what lies up ahead, and asking you to call upon your guardian angels and Archangel Raphael to bring in, you know, the deep healing that you need. He will bring you the clarity through the star. He will help rise your vibration, your consciousness, that beautiful expansion and evolution. And the guardian angels that are around you, as well as Archangel Raphael, will come in and heal you. So, you know, you have to ask for that. You have free will. A lot of people, you know, don't realize that the angels are always there willing to assist, but if you're not actively asking for that and opening your energy to that, they can only do so much. And so he's saying, open yourself. See how our arms are closed? Open yourself to the love and the healing of the angels and the angelic realm. Next, we have authentic self. Who are you? Yeah, you are going to be like a butterfly at the end of this journey, reaching the sun, you know, who you were, all of that shedding. So with that, you know, that dark night of the soul energy comes in, and major purging. A lot of different relationships could have shifted, fallen away, coming into very painful truths that bring you to your knees. A lot of different circumstances external to you shifting, which seems to not go in your favor. You know, that's the energy of purge. And the reason why all of that is falling apart and falling away is because you are stepping into a new paradigm. Your whole reality is going to change and shift, and you've got to tear it down before you can build the new. And here you have new dawn. So you're just about there to step into that new reality. You've learned quite a bit through your trials and tribulations, and who you are on the other side is a much different version than who you used to be. And you're far more authentic to yourself. What's good for you, what's not good for you. And, you know, some of you may be really big hearts and givers, and I am right there with you. I'm one of those people, but you can't help everybody and you can't save everybody. And really learning to understand the difference between those two is very hard, because, you know, I've always been somebody that if I have, you know, extra or just even just enough, I'm going to share it with somebody regardless of if that overextends me or not. And that's a very hard lesson I had to learn, is to not give beyond what I can, my capacity, you know, materially, energetically, emotionally, mentally. And for many of you, one of these life lessons that you've been going through is that exact thing, where you've got to learn to not give beyond your capacity, because it breaks you down and it hinders your prosperity, your abundance, your happiness, your thriving, your stability. All right, and now we have Silver, Warrior of Light. And do you know who that is? That's Archangel Michael knocking on the door, asking to come in as well. And I should have known it with all the blue and this this Madonna and mothering. But Archangel Michael, he wants to bring you truth. He wants to help you understand painful truths that you have come into. He also wants to cut you free of the ethereal cords that keep you bound up to other people and situations that you are meant to now purge and resolve and heal and evolve from. He is here to help you with that. And see, this person, they are completely underwater with an arm out and the sword. So you may feel that you are in over your head at this time, but you have archangels coming in. Archangel Metatron, you know, being all stern and wise, let me guide you, let me lead you. And then Archangel Raphael coming in as a very soft feminine energy to heal you and soothe you. And now Archangel Michael saying, let me show you the ultimate truth about you, about your situations. And, you know, through that process, your head will rise above water. The moon there's going to be some full moon manifestations for you. So pay attention to, and right now as I'm recording this, we're having the Libra full moon. How beautiful and spectacular is that? There you go. This is a time of shifting energy for you. So around May 7th or 8th, June 7th or 8th, that's going to be around when the next full moons are. So it will go Libra, and then it will go Scorpio. Scorpio is some intense energy. That's 8th house. That's endings and beginnings. So I would say by that Scorpio full moon, mid or around the 7th, 8th of May, major change for you. That might be the final completion of your purge around that time frame. And then the next full moon in June is going to be in Sagittarius, which is, you know, higher learning, higher spirituality, and also the Centaur, you know, the great healer. So, or Chiron, which is a Centaur, who is the great healer. So you are in the process of purge, wrapping up this cycle as different things need to fall away from your reality, from your experience, because you're being reshaped for a whole different ball game than what you have been playing. And you have 3 archangels coming in wanting to assist you and help you with that. All right, let's pull some tarot and dig a little bit deeper. Two of Trees, maturity, success, thoughtfulness, somber. Yes, see, you are almost there, almost through the gateway of the new you, of the new reality. And, you know, I know in readings, when things like this are talked about, you may think, oh, it's going to be like boom, like that. It's going to be a gradual process. And let's just say by the month of September, you're going to look back and you're going to see how far you've come and how much has truly changed for you from the point of this reading for the positive, how much you've shed, how much you have purged. And look at, you've got the big sun right here where you're headed, and you've got the full moon over here on the other side, talking about blessings coming into your life. Steward of Trees, intuition, spark, initiate, and loyal. So there is going to be a spiritual upgrade and activation that takes place for you as well through this process, where you are going to be more in tune with your insights, your soul, your spirit, your intuition, and it has a lot to do with all these different life lessons that you've been working on up to this point. But again, you are almost there, almost stepping over the threshold. And upturned, surrender, lifeline, submerge, sacrifice. So this would be the Hanged Man, and this is also to me talking about like this great purge, this like tearing down of so many different aspects of your current experience. And this is what you feel is going on, but ultimately, again, you're being led to a much, much better ground and experiences. And as you're going through this, it absolutely does not seem that way, and it could be very scary, you know, and you could feel like this little ship on this crazy sea, exactly what is depicted in this image. And, you know, on here we do have sacrifice and surrender. Sometimes you've just got to go with the flow, and you've got to trust the angels, because you have a lifeline right here, and the lifeline is Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Michael. They all have showed up for your reading to help you, to assist you, to guide you. And it's just, you know, you've got to reach out to them. You've got to let them know it's okay to come into your world. Next is the Three of Trees, enterprising, venture, negotiation, foundation. Beautiful. See, there's the 2, and now you step into the 3. This is on the other side of the 2, and it's a whole new world for you to explore, and it's beautiful and it's vast, and you feel much more strongly rooted in yourself and who and what you are, and your divinity and your place in the universe, as well as in your path for this life journey. That is such a beautiful transition of cards right there. And last, we have the Five of Stones, hardship, refuge, dormancy, and devotion. This is where you currently are, and this is where you're headed. Okay, you're almost there. Trials and tribulations take place to facilitate the major change and destruction needed for the new path that lies ahead for us. And that new path is always feels like it's paved with gold initially compared to where you've been. So just know that, like, all is well, even if you're like, no, this is crazy. I understand. That's why Archangel Metatron is coming in and saying, I am here through your trials and tribulations. And you know, we've got the sea upturned, and then we have this person with feeling like their head's underwater. And that's, you know, there's a lot of worry and anxiety and concern, right, when you're in that position. But if you can try to soften your energy and allow yourself to trust this journey and reach out to the archangels, and just, you know, you feel yourself veering off, getting worried, getting afraid, go back to the angels, and just, you've got to kind of force it and make it a discipline at first, and then you'll realize it's starting to just become natural and natural and natural. And oh, life is so much easier in that space, you know. Trusting your journey no matter what is going on makes it so much easier. And I'm 42 years old, and it took me like 41 years to learn that. I'm barely in that moment of perfecting, go with the flow, complete surrender. So it's not like I'm preaching down to you and like, oh, do this. I get it. It's not easy when you're in those energies, but that lets you know your true strength of spirit and of character, how you weather the rapid, crazy sea. And when you go under the water, you fight and you kick until you rise to the top again, and you will. And you have 3 archangels coming in so strong, wanting to help you with that. I want to actually pull some more tarot for you guys and see, you know, what's in this new world for you. Five of Water, no more disappointment, no more loss. Like, you're moving beyond these heavier lessons. Trust it. Believe in that. Next is the Steward of Clouds. So this says observant, detect, discretion, and vigilance. So this spiritual energy that we are picking up on, this activation, you know, being more in tune with your intuition, you're going to be able to sense out people and situations and discern much better, you know, as you step through the threshold than you have been in the past. And again, you have come into this wisdom and evolution through every bit of trial and tribulation that you have been going through. So that will help you trust your journey much, much more. And now we have strength, instinct, energy, courage, poise. You know what it's like to hurt. You know what it's like to be hungry. You know what it's like to feel alone. And it has made you so strong and resourceful, much more than you realize. But you'll come into that understanding, and you'll see yourself, and you'll be like, yep, I am proud of me. I am so proud of me. You know, what's that quote? Do something today that your future self will thank you for. That's this reading, like, all is well. This energy will pass. And it's here paving the way, creating the way for much, much better than where you've been, because after, you know, the battle, you get a rest. It's the ebb and flow of energy, the ebb and flow of life. Nothing is stagnant. Everything is constantly in motion. And now we have the Chariot, ambition, triumph, momentum, control. So this is you feeling victorious, feeling like you are in control of your life, feeling a strong, positive momentum of energy at your back, and your inner spark returning. You know, you may come into some new ideas and have new ambitions, dreams, goals, and desires that you are going to reach for, and you will have success with the Chariot. And lastly, we have the Ten of Trees, accumulation, harvest, responsibilities. Nice. So you are going to have a beautiful harvest. And this being the Ten of Trees, I'm feeling like September, October is when like your landscape completely changes into that beautiful lush green pasture, you know. So here you are stepping into the new world, and by September, October, it's lush and green, and you're happy, and you feel like you are in the harvest. You feel a lot of abundance around you. All right, let's pull some more messages from Archangel Metatron. Oh, looky there. Oh, beautiful. This 444 portal that we just had is very significant for you and this process and your trials and tribulations coming to an end. You see that there, number 44. And then also the 8-8 portal, the Lion's Gate that we have in August, is also very significant for you. And this is, you know, where negative energy turns into a positive. This is also a call from the higher realms asking you to connect with them, giving you an open invitation to open your crown chakra, open your heart chakra, and invite them into your life, their true assistance, their guidance, their blessings, all of it, for whatever it is they have to say. Because I'll tell you what, the angels are very loving and soothing and healing, but if you say, give me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but, they will, with no sugarcoat. They will, because that's what you've asked for. And sometimes you need that sting to facilitate the process of letting go and moving on. So if you need healing and love and reassurance, they will give you that. If you need presence and protection and empowerment, they will help give you that. If you need the truth, they will provide that for you as well. But they're asking, it's an open invitation for you to connect with the angelic realm as well as some other higher realms, just depending on where you're at in your personal evolution. And the 444 portal as well as Lion's Gate, highly significant for you this year. Next is the Tantra of 639 hertz. So this here is a frequency that will be beneficial and help balance your energy and help you heal. And this is, you know, also speaking about a breakthrough that's going to happen for you in a very unusual way, perhaps a very unexpected way. And this is also about the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies within. And again, that beautiful, beautiful balance. And we've seen that here in this particular card. So relationships in your life also going to see a big area of improvement. And, you know, 18 would be a 9. So we're looking at September, and that could be some new relationships coming into your reality, or just you and other connections finally becoming in balance. And so I recommend looking up meditations with the 639 hertz frequency, because that will help you balance out these energies and bring healing into you. And there's a ton of them on YouTube that you can listen to for free. And lastly, we have the aurora of gamma. Just behold that image. You know, what does it invoke inside of you? What does it make you feel? Because this is healing at the deepest level. Everything that you have gone through, you are going to overcome, you are going to heal from, and be even stronger and bigger and better than you were before. And I know that sometimes it doesn't feel that way just based on, you know, what's going on, the way things look in this moment. But believe me, you're going to have a beautiful plot twist. A negative turns into a positive. The balancing of the divine feminine and masculine within, things turning out in your favor, unexpected way. And this is also outgrowing the past and soul evolution. Okay, there it is for you. That is what you are transforming into. That is your new dawn. This is who you are going to be. And see, it's almost like she's coming out of a shell. Everything you have gone through has led up to this moment, has created this beautiful being that you are going to emerge as. All right, let's pull some advice. What must be, we must let go of hiding behind a mask. This is about the authentic you, where you're no longer going to hold back. If something needs to be said, you're going to say it regardless if it rocks the boat, or you get rejected, or somebody doesn't like what you have to say. You're no longer going to feel inferior and disempowered. You're going to speak your mind. You're going to speak your truth, the whole truth, and nothing but, regardless of what anybody thinks or feels about it. Because with the mask on, this lets me know that you have really like shoved yourself down within your wants, your needs, your desires at the sake of trying to accommodate and please others. And this could be within your family, within the workplace, within relationships, within friendships. And all of those situations slowly break you down. And it's, you know, the pressure in which facilitates the change, where you become very empowered and you learn how to say no, and you refuse to overextend yourself, and you realize that love is not self-sacrificial and painful. You know, there is ups and downs, giving and receiving, but it should never ever be self-sacrificial to the point that it breaks you down, breaks you in half, and destroys you. And that is a lesson that you have learned through this journey that you have been on, these trials and tribulations. Now we have savor all moments in life, and this is Archangel Metatron saying, whether it tastes sweet or sour, it is part of your journey. It is part of your story. It, you know, helps create who you are, where you're going, the future you're headed into. And so every aspect of your journey is a sacred moment, even if it doesn't feel that way. In certain times, it is. It's your story. It's the story of your soul. For this life journey, every single moment counts. Archangel Metatron wants you to not forget that, to be reminded of that. All right, let's pull some more advice. Practice speaking positively about other people and events, and especially the future. So, you know, shift the mind and the heart to the positive and all the positives of what could be. It will accelerate your growth and the process in which you get there. Next we have make gentleness a habit, especially with yourself, and surrendering to your journey and trusting your journey. And lastly, try to avoid harmful influences. And these are the situations and relationships where you are overextended, you're giving out more than you get back. You may have a hard time saying no, or you may feel like you are not in a position to say no. Archangel Metatron is really advising you to distance yourself, especially your thoughts and your emotions, from these people and situations. And as you do that, as you pull your energy back from those people and situations and project it and focus it on positive and positive changes for your future, the universe will realign things for you, and things will just naturally fade away and fall out, and you will rise into better situations and circumstances. Okay, so those are your messages from Archangel Michael, as well as Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Michael. He's just still in the show here. Anyways, I am wishing you guys all the very best. Take care.